the cult of personality. I know your anger, I know your dreams. I've been anything you wanna be. Oh, I'm the cult of personality. Like Mussolini and Kennedy, I'm the cult of personality. The cult of personality. The cult of personality.
Hello, welcome to a Thursday edition of The Voice of Ocala. I am Buddy Martin. I'm pleased to be with you once again today, as we are each weekday here on The Voice of Ocala on The Source. Hello, folks. How are you? People, Christmas shoppers walking by and being in a seasonal mood and saying hello. We're going to say the hello to as many people as we can today, Tom. How many think we'll wave back? Let's just take we got 2 hours here.
Oh, we can get quite a few. Like, see right there. See, there's one.
You got one?
There's one.
Right, you keep counting. I'm going to go.
There's two.
Can we make 30 today?
Oh, we can make 30 easy.
All right, we got two. Is your mic on, by the way?
My mic is on.
Oh, okay, good. We're going to be a very cheery mood today. We have what? It's the 12th, so you do the math. How many shopping days?
Today's the 11th.
11th, I mean. I've been the 12th to me all day.
Yeah, it's been the 12th to you all day.
Yeah. So
it's 13 days left of shopping.
Well,
counting today.
Well, no way you don't shop every day. Some days your stores are closed.
What days?
Some Sundays stores are closed. Some stores.
Yeah, but there's still shopping is done on Sundays.
Well, you can shop online 24/7 every day.
Right. Well, there's still until Christmas Eve. There's 13 shopping days left.
All right. Well, anyway, you did most of yours online anyway. I did a lot of mine as well. So anyway,
I did a lot of mine online.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. You did. So I hope you're doing well out there, folks, today, and your holidays are going to go well for you. Everybody making plans to travel. Make sure you get the cooking done. I asked Patsy today out in the front if she had all her cooking done, all 10 of her pies, and she looked at me like I'm crazy.
There may be something to that, buddy.
Yeah? No, don't start on Patsy.
No, I'm talking about you being crazy.
Oh, I said her. I can tell you it's crazy, this end of the table.
Yeah, believe. It's been you ever have one of those days where you run 90 miles an hour and feel like you're going nowhere?
How about every day?
Yeah, well, I'm having one of those today.
Every day.
My significant other called me to have me do an errand, and I said, I don't have enough time in the day, Jennifer. I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm going to do I got to breathe. I'm sorry. I've got time.
Yeah.
And by the way, you can come to Dr. Buddy here if you need any help. I'm always available, to listen to your woes, your troubles.
Would you have went and got the tag off the wrecked car?
Of course.
Sure you would have.
Of course I would have. That's your duty.
And all her pay stubs out of her.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I didn't have. There's another one. See, we got 3 now. We got 4 now.
4 people?
Four people
We're
have
going for
waved.
30 waves today to say happy holidays.
There's a salute. Does that count?
I don't know. Well, and I'm not afraid to say Merry Christmas, by the way, Sue, too. So if you don't practice, I'm sorry, but
You didn't hear my rant last Tuesday about,
I don't want to hear
about
it
my
now.
Merry Christmas.
And I don't want to hear it now.
The girl that said,
Yeah.
I'm not Christian. Don't say Merry Christmas to me.
Yeah, I mean, look, let's don't go down that road this year.
I told her, wasn't for you, it was for me. Made me feel good.
Bottom line is happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, whatever it is you do.
Festivus for the rest of us, whatever it is.
But I mean, right, to me, if you want to say something to me, holiday greetings is okay, but Merry Christmas is better. So Merry Christmas, Tom. On the program today, we're going to be able to touch bases with an old buddy of ours. He's not old, he's young. No Break Jake Perkins is coming by the studio at 4 o'clock today, and Jake is just not only is he a terrific driver and a race car driver, he's been coming to on our show now for over 3 years. We watched Jake grow up right before our eyes, and Jake is, you really take this waving thing seriously.
Couldn't get nobody to wave at me that
You
time,
look like
buddy.
a politician on a parade. But
Carl Zalek's a friend of mine. I've been in training with him.
okay.
Although, we hadn't spoken for a while. But.
yeah. Well, let me get back to the Jake.
Oh, Jake Perkins.
He's
Yeah,
a little
Jake.
more important than you're waving and you're in Carl's Alex friendship.
Jake Perkins, yeah.
Jake Perkins, one terrific young man.
Is he 18 now?
Pretty close, and he has got one more year in high school. Probably not. Probably 17, because we've been following him for quite some time. He's done some awesome racing, and he's got a community thing involved about safety, which I know his parents are very proud of, and I'm proud of. This young man is one of those guys that's got star written all over him as a person. He may not be a superstar race driver, or he might be. It's possible we'll turn on the TV one day and he'll be leading the Daytona 500 or
It is possible.
whatever. But, I mean, as a person, he's quality young man and a guy we love having on the show. we've lost track within the last year or so. So we're going to get Jake on and catch up. And let me give you another little good piece of news. You know what I'm always saying on this show about the fact that we got to get some young people's views?
Yes.
Our erstwhile intern, who's not here today so we can talk about him, Johnny Walker, has been trying desperately at his high school to get some people to come on and talk so we can get some views of young people. Hadn't gotten
He's been on the front lines of that, working hard for that.
Well, I got him bailed out. I talked to the activities director today, and we're going to make that happen at this station. We're going to have these young people on. We'll try once and see how it goes. 4 or 5 of them at these microphones to get their views, not to talk down to them and tell them what we believe, but to hear what they think and have a chance to listen, because this is the voice of Ocala, and the voices that we're not hearing are the young people.
So I can't refer to them as look here whippersnappers?
You won't even be allowed in the room.
Okay, well, it's probably good.
Yeah, so this be the young people talking to us, and we better be listening. So it is the holidays. I've got a Christmas spirit story you're going to like today, Tom. That'll be good. And it's Throwback Thursday. Teddy Gauze will join us at 3:35 via phone. People are busy today. I posted a picture on Facebook, on my Facebook page, and it's a building, a pretty well-known building in the area. This is quite some time ago, and we got a prize left in there of some kind. We had prizes yesterday. Again, some kind of prize we can give people if they can tell me what that building is. We know what it is because it's a sign, but if they can recall anything about it and where it was, then we'll give them some kind of prize today. You're not answering me on the prizes.
I don't know what we have.
There's a
back
Bob
there.
Lyons back there, I know.
Well, then we're in good shape.
All right. So your mind's just not kind of here today.
No.
No. Okay. Well, I'll just pass you by then.
I'm just, it was a trying morning because of my own volition.
Okay. Well, we're past that now, and we're doing a radio program.
We are doing a radio. Okay. Well, I may join you then.
Okay. Good. And let me know after the segment if you're in for it. I'm going to call Terry Bradshaw on the air, only because, and I hope he doesn't answer, because I got to hear on air. Have to hear his message. We have to leave him a message here. It is a beauty. So we're going to do that.
Oh, he's got a new message?
Got a new message. No more Coop.
Uh-oh.
Coop's gone away. He used to say, "It's Coop here. Leave me a message." That's gone. So now he's got a brand new one. Okay. I left him a long message today. Then I called him later. We chatted a little bit. But he's on the program today. Southern Pigskin tonight. I think we'll have some listeners in Colorado tonight because I've just done Joe Williams' show, Mile High Sports, and he wanted to know all about it. He mentioned tune in to WOCA.com. Terry Fry, of course, is on the show from Denver.
He is.
And so we'll make it a couple of Colorado listeners tonight at 5 o'clock. Every Thursday, and repeated on Friday, we do this football show called Southern Pigskin Tonight. And I know I got one listener because my friend called me today, Ed Johnson, former pastor at First Baptist Church in Ocala, our family pastor for many years, now back in town from Tennessee, and his beloved wife Hilda passed away this past year, and he's sort of rebuilding his life. But Ed Johnson is going to drop by the show tomorrow and just pay a visit to us and catch up. He's a big fan. Loves the show with Terry Bradshaw, he says. Loves it. So he'll get a chance to hear that tomorrow. And I got a little story for you. You know this guy ringing this bell out here?
I do. No, I don't know him, but I know. Okay. I've said hello to him.
Probably ought to get him to come in one day. But anyway, there's a story about someone who's done this. Something unusual happened up in, I believe, Boston. It's a touching story. We'll tell you about that. A lot more to come, plus Teddy Gauze, Jake Perkins, and Southern Pigskin tonight. And Angie Lewis will be joining us momentarily at 4:30 for a little visit. All coming your way right here on the Voice of Ocala.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local on The Source.
Being the Culligan man is not easy because he works hard every day for you here in North Central Florida. Whether you need bottled water delivery for your office, a home water softener, or water infiltration system, the Culligan man can help you. At Culligan, North Florida, we have dozens of softener and filtration options, along with a host of media tank sizes. Depending on the exact hardness and usage of your water, we determine the size of softener you're going to need. And if you're on city or well water in one of our local areas, the in-home water analysis is absolutely free. If your needs are for the home, call Ocala Water Conditioning, 352-291-5900. For home or business bottled water in Ocala, call Ocala Bottled Water, 352-291-5900. Culligan of North Florida, a proud sponsor of Florida State football, heard right here on WOCA, The Source.
If your car outside
is busted or it's looking kind of rusted. If it's costing you too much dough, let it go, let it go, let it go.
Chris Spears here from Prestige Auto Sales. Are you frozen in an old car you hate? Let it go.
And drive a nicer, newer car for just $200 down, even if you've had credit problems in the past.
I asked my accountant, can I do something crazy and let people drive for just $200 down? Then he said something even crazier. Yes!
So you could cruise through the holidays for just $200 down. Don't let past credit problems keep you frozen in an old car you hate. Our For the People credit approval process is better than warm hugs. We warm up banks and lenders to your personal situation.
Even if you've had past credit problems.
So if your old car has you crying, finish your goodbying.
Let it go, let it go, let it go. But hurry in before we put this deal on ice. I'm Chris Spears, and I'm a dealer for the people.
Visit Prestige Auto Sales or call 694-1234. Yes, 694-1234. See you at Prestige.
Located next door to Silver Spring State Park and a few minutes from historic downtown Ocala, our award-winning Holiday Inn Express Hotel and Suites of Silver Springs is a place to stay for a friendly, memorable, and fun experience. Enjoy our fast and free Wi-Fi, complimentary hot breakfast, and free parking. Whether you're in town for work or play, our friendly staff will make you feel right at home. That's the Holiday Inn Express and Suites of Silver Springs.
Proud sponsor of College of Central Florida basketball on WOCA The Source.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It will be mainly clear and chilly tonight, low 42 to 46. Mostly sunny tomorrow. It will still be cool, high 63 to 67. Clear and chilly tomorrow night, low 40 to 49. And Saturday, partly sunny, high 66 to 71. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Jeremy Pearson.
This weather brought to you by A&A Lock Dock. Did you know that most break-ins happen during bad weather because it masks the sound? Don't be another victim. Protect your home and business today. Call A&A Lock Dock, 352-867-1965. That's 352-867-1965.
Are you tired of not using your home's outdoor space for entertaining or relaxation because of all the bugs and leaves? Consider adding a beautiful screen room or glass enclosure. We are Superior Aluminum and Design, a family-owned and operated business with 20 years experience in the aluminum industry, and we are accredited by the Better Business Bureau. If you appreciate superior workmanship, call Superior Aluminum and Design at 817-8058 or visit us on the web at superiораluminumdesign.com.
Don't get caught without your daily source of senior deals. Pick up your copy of the Senior Voice newspaper. It's your source for schedule and events tailored to seniors, with information you need, like a list of free events in the area. We even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company to you that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about them. For more information, call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223. And pick up your copy of the Senior's Voice at most any business up and down the 200 corridor.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Happy holidays from all of us at WOCA.
Time to have a little fun. It's while I'm doing this next segment, and as soon as you get the phone ringing, call Terry Bradshaw's number. Call his cell number on the air. All right?
Okay.
And put it on the air as we're doing it.
All right. Well, let me turn my mic up.
Yeah. Takes a while. So
you want me to call Terry right now?
Yeah, call him right now. And if he answers, we'll just say, hang up. We'll call you back. We're trying to get your message. I want you to hear the message on his phone. So we'll dial him up. Meanwhile, I want to tell you about this Christmas spirit story. We try to do one of these every day. And on my website, I've got a picture, which I wish you'd log on and look at on Buddy Martin and find the photograph I put in there on a famous landmark downtown, which if you can identify and tell us approximately where it was, we'll give you some kind of prize. We'll give you some plants from Bob Wines, or a gift certificate from Bob Wines Nursery, Azalea Gardens. I
don't recognize that place.
Well, you wouldn't, because you weren't here then.
But I don't even recognize that building is standing now. Is it not standing now?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not standing now.
Okay.
But anyway, And then I'll tell you this Christmas story. Had a chat today with Urban Meyer. Had to change his phone number because somebody posted it. Some Gator fan posted it online. That's really smart. It got a hold of his cell phone, so he had to change his number. So I wonder why he hadn't answered the last couple of texts. He's in Orlando tonight. He will be on our show either tomorrow or next week. He's going to let me know.
Okay.
So we'll chat with Coach Meyer. Great coaching job he did there with the Buckeyes. And have a chance to catch up with what's happening there.
Should still be at Florida, but he bailed on us. Wait, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry.
Last time I heard you're a Georgia Southern guy, so I don't know. you can't really have it both ways here. So there's quite a few answers online, by the way. And folks, I'll just tell you who they are: Billy DeVore and Joe Reams, Mary Sawaya, she would know, Richard Clements, Joanne Todd. Beerbaum. I wonder if that's Joanne Todd is Larry's sister. I think it is. Anyway, so they all know because they posted on Facebook under my Buddy Martin Facebook page. And if you can call 622-9622, not now, but I'm after the break and when Teddy gets on. And if you know this building and the first one to call in, we'll give you this $25 gift certificate from Bob Wine's Azalea Gardens Nursery. Is that the right thing? Bob Wine's Azalea?
Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens.
Camellia Gardens. See, well, you didn't help me out here a little bit. You give away a lot of those things. So that's what's happening. Anyway, this story. Are you calling Bradshaw?
You want me to call? I thought you want.
No, call him now. Just dial him up.
But you want to talk while it's ringing, or?
Well, yeah.
Oh, you don't want to listen to it on the air. You want me to hear it?
No, I want everybody to hear it.
Oh, well, okay. Well, let me call it.
Just dial it up while we're doing this, and I'll tell you about the story that happened. It kind of warms you up. Massachusetts, a widow went by a red kettle up in Massachusetts, and she dropped in something quite unusual to honor her late husband. She left it with a note. She said, "I've dropped my wedding ring in your red kettle, knowing that the money from its sale will buy toys for needy children. In all seasons, my husband was a giver. I especially remember his joy in giving at Christmas time, especially to those in need. To honor his memory, I donate this ring. I'm hoping there's someone out there who made lots of money this year and will buy the ring for 10 times its worth. After all, there's no price on love or the sentimental value of this ring. But money will help the kids. May everyone have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year." She also dropped off in her engagement ring in the red kettle. So are you ringing him up now?
I am right now.
Well, I don't hear it ringing. Well, I'm not hearing it ringing because you're. Let's see. This is it used to say Coop here. Let's see what happens if he picks it up or not. And
thank you so much for calling. I am busy right now at the moment. Filming a movie. If you would like any of my DVDs or my current smash hits, Terry does Dallas, Terry does Ocala, Terry does Miami, or Terry does Lucy, Terry does
Terry,
Jones.
you're on the air live, Terry. I want you to know that.
Sure. Terry does.
Terry Bradshaw, you're on the air live. I was trying to get your message.
We would like to thank you so much for calling. Terry's not here right now. He's at the library studying for this weekend's show. If you would like to talk to Terry's wife, she'll be on the phone in just 1 second. Please hold on to the line.
And I suggest you get her while she's still there, because she may be gone.
Hello? Oh, no, she's still here.
Hi, Tammy. I really was calling to hear Terry's message. We're live on the air. And I just I wanted people to be able to hear Terry's message where he was talking about, his Christmas album. And his money.
Yeah. We need some people to to order them.
Yeah.
We got to go Christmas shopping.
I hear the phone ringing now. It must be an order. So
yeah, I'm sure it is. I better go get it.
You better get that. And then I think there's a guy called this morning. I believe it was a guy called his number. Are you there, Terry?
Yeah, Terry.
Okay.
Come back. All right.
I don't know about Terry Does Lucy. I'm not sure that's. we'll have to get that one. Listen to that one again. But Terry,
Also, if you would like any of his smash hit songs, you could call his publishers.
Or call the jail, either one.
Yeah, which is where I'm headed right now. Or call my psychiatrist.
Well, I heard you got a call this morning from a guy who said somebody saw over in Hoasassa, Billy Bob or somebody said they really appreciated your music and how much he loved your singing, and said he enjoyed that program on ESPN that you're on. And, and I believe he said also he enjoyed seeing you play for the Cleveland Browns, didn't he?
Yeah, played tight end at Cleveland. I was a smash hit in Cleveland. I wonder if he has any of my pictures when I was a male stripper. I've got
you can be in that show with Michael. He's going to be in that show, Magic Mike.
Yeah, Magic Mike.
Yeah, Magic Mike and Magic Terry. And
yeah. Mine is Magic Terry.
Just in case the FCC is listening, Tom Schmitz had nothing to do with this phone call.
I wish Terry was here to talk to you people. Y'all sound like.
Well, you know what? I'm glad, Coop, you picked up the phone for him because he needed a little help right now. So I'm just hoping to get your message, and I hope we may not be on the air after today, but
Terry's not here, and the next time you make a phone call like this, you probably ought to alert one of your dear friends so that he doesn't embarrass himself. I'm hanging up. You can call it that.
I tried to get your message. I didn't want you. Hey, Terry, the one time we wanted to get you, we didn't want you. We got you.
This is not Terry. This is Coop. This is Coop. Coop from Cleveland.
The one time we don't want you, you answer the phone for crying out loud.
Then I'm like that gal in what's her name, Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
You know, and she kept picking the phone up. Well, then stop calling. I might have know I'm on the air and you're calling to hear my answer. I mean,
I'm glad we got you when you were good. Because it could have been really tough. All right, T. Merry Christmas.
Call me. No. This is no
What?
Merry Christmas right now.
No.
You call. I'm not going to answer the phone. Call me back. I'm not going to answer.
Okay. Goodbye.
I'll tell Terry you called.
Yeah.
I'm going outside to practice my blocking.
Oh my word! I can't stand it. All right, goodbye, Coop. Tell him we said we appreciate it. We'll talk to him on the show tonight, 5:00 on Southern Pigskin tonight. All right. Oh my word! It's just it's insane. We have to hear the message, but we'll hear it another time.
He said call him back right now and hear it.
Well, go ahead and try it. I mean, we'll give it. It's worth listening to. It's just I was surprised because when he answered his phone for a long time, he would say, "Hello, this is Coop." And, leave a message. And, of course, if we got a kick out of it, we always called him Coop because that's why he does it. So then he changed his message. I didn't know he changed his message. And I called this morning, and I was all prepared to talk to Coop.
I can't take this call, but I'm in the middle of filming one of my new movies. If you'd like a copy or a little brief preview of this, all you got to do is just let me know, and I'll have my manager or my agent or my assistant or...
Wait a minute. He answered the phone again. Oh, my word.
I tell you what.
Goodbye. We got to say goodbye, Terry. Oh, my word. Okay. Well, anyway. What's funny about how many weeks has it been on the air? 15.
15, yeah. 17.
17 weeks, and probably out of the 17 times we've called him, 17 weeks, we called him 3 or 4 times, and at least half those times we couldn't find him. Or he didn't pick up.
Now the one time we don't want him to pick it up, he's right there.
Twice. Oh my word! Anyway, okay, I'll finish the Christmas story.
You're gonna have some. Hey, Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
Oh my gosh! He says, "Wait, gonna be in trouble with his wife." All right, so there you go. That's a little Bradshaw laugh. That's why we love Bradshaw because it's always funny. Anyway, so to finish the story on the kettle, the woman dropped in her engagement ring as well, and apparently they have done quite well with it. They've already had generous offers. They're hoping to get $3.4 million this season through the Red Kettle campaign. And the tradition starts through 1891 when the Salvation Army Captain Joseph McPhee went to wanted to help feed the needy in San Francisco. So it turns out they've already had some generous offers for the rings. The woman put it in the kettle.
Good.
So nice little story there for a Christmas story. So, all right, we will take our break. No more Coop, no more Terry. We'll talk to Teddy next right here. And by the way, the lines are open, 622-9622. If you can mention, tell us what that building is on my Facebook page.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local on The Source.
Does osteoarthritis bring frustration with every step? Do pain and stiffness affect your everyday activities? If so, you may be interested in a research study for the treatment of pain associated with osteoarthritis. Renstar Medical Research is conducting a research study of an investigational medication for individuals between the ages of 40 and 75 and who have been treated for the pain associated with osteoarthritis for at least 3 months. Qualified participants will receive study-related medical care and investigational medication. Compensation for time and travel will be provided. To learn more about this osteoarthritis study, please call Renstar Medical Research in Ocala at 352-629-5800. Again, that's 352-629-5800. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And so is State Farm agent Angie Lewis, working hard to serve her community as a citizen and insurance agent. Angie wants to help you as you adjust your insurance needs to your life. From everything to helping educate your teen driver to protecting your family against everyday risk. She wants to change the way you perceive insurance by developing relationships with her clients, which is why Angie and her staff are proud to be a part of so many good causes in Ocala. In turn, she has chosen to single out those who step up as leaders. Each month on the Voice of Ocala, Angie spotlights a good neighbor, saluting those who give exceptional service or do random acts of kindness to others. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's National Magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz.
Hi, I'm State Farm agent Angie Lewis. Come see me and my team for all your insurance and financial needs in the beautiful downtown historic district, 416 East Fort King Street, or call 291-2444.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The head of the CIA speaking out in the wake of the controversial report on harsh interrogation techniques.
The program was uncharted territory for the CIA, and we were not prepared. We had little experience housing detainees, and precious few of our officers were trained interrogators.
John Brennan saying there are no easy answers, and no matter what your opinion...
Our nation, and in particular this agency, did a lot of things right during this difficult time to keep this country strong and secure.
The midnight deadline for a bill to keep government funded may be getting pushed off as Congress works through a massive compromise measure. And Northern California getting soaked by a powerful storm, which has unplugged tens of thousands, canceled classes, and caused a lot of white-knuckle steering across the Golden Gate Bridge, which is designed to swing in crosswinds. Fox News. We report, you decide.
This holiday season, you are Gift Ninja. Because Napa has 5 quarts of Valvoline conventional oil and a Napa silver filter for just $21.99. First, mail in the rebate to get an extra $7 off. Then wrap those babies individually. Boom, 6 gifts in one, just $21.99. Gift Ninja strikes again. Conquer the job with Napa Know-How. General states pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer expires 12/31/14.
Prostate problems are no laughing matter. The older you get, the more likely you'll have prostate problems, which can affect sleep and intimacy. The Prostate Formula from Real Health Labs has been helping men support normal prostate function and free urinary flow for years. Go to prostateformula.com, that's prostateformula.com, to receive a special offer. Look for the blue and white box at supercenters, drugstores, and leading retailers everywhere.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Yes, George.
I did it again.
What now, George?
I have a secret code just like a spy, so I know where the climate control units are.
George, you're no spy. You have the secret, you have the code to Devon Self-Storage Climate Control Area, where you back the truck all the way in, and if you have any questions, you just call Devon Self-Storage at 873-0777.
Yeah, but I know where Devon Self-Storage is.
Yes, across from Hobby Lobby on Highway 200.
Gee, Alice, are you a spy too?
Yes, George, yes.
Yes, it's that time of year again. Christmas Days at WOCA, and we are in the spirit of giving. What you need to do to win is call us when we ask you to, and we'll put your name in the drawing. Remember, you can only put your name in once. You may win a certificate from Pack Mail, or one from Ocala Utilities, or one from Downtown Jewelry and Pawn of Bellevue, or Dance Alive, or... So listen and put your name in, and listen to win on WOCA, The Source.
Are you a mom looking for inspiration? Are you creative? Mamazine.com is a lifestyle blog designed for the local mom to be inspired by the beauty of motherhood while staying current on local events and issues. Visit Mamazine.com today to find events around town, recipes, imaginative play ideas, and more. Mamazine.com.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Do things you used to love once a week, like game night with friends. Familiar activities will activate the pleasure centers in your brain. Here's a bad habit that can cut your chances of advancement right in half. Gossiping. Only go shopping in high heels. That uses up enough brain power that you're less likely to give in to impulse purchases that's way out of your price range.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Voice of Ocala. It's Throwback Thursday. It's time to look back. Sometimes you can see ahead by looking back. Good story today that I ran across from a colleague and a classmate, someone that Teddy Gauze knows, David Stafford, old Ocala High classmate, and what they're doing to the auditorium over there, which has become the concert hall. And you can buy a brick over there and put your class's name in it or put your name in it. And we're talking about putting our class in there. And Teddy Gauze might want to put her class in. You were a class of 1999, right, Teddy?
How about 1957?
It was a good year. It was a very good year.
It was a great year.
It was a very
great
good
year.
Someday we have to go back and look at 1957. In fact, Tom, call up a couple of little nuggets on 57. Some of the things that happened there.
I'll do it.
How are you doing? You getting ready for the Christmas? You know, all you folks downtown at Goss and Son Jewelers getting ready for the stuff, the diamonds, the pearls, the jewels, and some nice stuff that you can offer folks if you're interested. But go by and
now, buddy, don't call our things stuff. It is not stuff. It is diamonds and pearls, and we're just wrapping up all kinds of presents for you guys to take home and put under the tree because, you know, the hardest thing for you guys to do is to go shopping, and Cammie and I can help you do that, wrap it up really pretty, and I think that's what's fun about Christmas. Everybody, all you guys for once in a lifetime are in a good mood.
That's true. If business is good, you know, and Teddy, here's the thing, and you're right, I shouldn't call it stuff. I say guys think stuff is good, though. They like stuff. But here's the deal. Remember the late Augie Grinder? You knew him well, and Jerry was a good
I knew
friend.
Augie well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, what you do is what Augie did for guys who didn't know how to match anything, right? If you want
exactly.
If you want to go in if you had a big, let's say a big meeting in Atlanta, you wanted to dress look like, you know, the big shots in the boardroom, you could go in with Augie. He'd pick out just the right tie, the right pair of socks, the right coat, right suit, the right shirt, and you knew you would be good to go whatsoever. And he had great taste. He really did. And he's dressed several generations of Ocala people, including your husband.
Exactly. Yes, he did.
And you, on the other hand, have bedecked them in jewels, shall we say, over all these generations. You've been you've been around a long time, many generations, and people are still coming by there to ask you to help them out.
Jerry, this is his 50th year in retail selling Christmas presents, and I tell you what, it's really nice to see the generations of mothers and daughters or grandfathers coming in here during the holidays. That's what we really enjoy the most, is all our clients and our customers and the new people that moved into the area coming into the store and finding some beautiful Honora pearls. You know, the lady gets dressed up to go to a Christmas party, and nothing feels better than to put in a pair of nice Honora pearls with her black dress.
How would I look in those? Do you think I could wear those?
Buddy, you can wear those if you dressed up for Halloween or something like that. That would be a good thing.
They'd make me even look good, wouldn't they? Probably would.
Right, yeah. Well, we love Christmas because it's just there's very few places you can go in downtown Ocala. Used to be, like in the good old days going back, we used to go down to Bidding's Drugstore, the Chicken Ranch, and see people we knew and recognize everybody. Those days have changed a lot, but I was just telling Cammie a few minutes ago, gosh, it's good to see people that we haven't seen in a long, long time coming in for that once-a-year gift, you know?
Yeah, it is. Now, this is a pretty tough job for Jerry. You got everything. You have a choice of everything in the store that you could possibly get. Now, I know Jerry likes to say in his commercial, what Mommy wants is a diamond. Now, what does Mrs. Gauze want?
Well, I've got a beautiful tanzanite and diamond ring that looks kind of like Princess Di's ring that is sitting in the case, and I keep saying, someone's going to come in and pick that out for me.
Hint. Gee, that's a good idea.
We hand select a lot of our color, Buddy, the rubies and diamonds, and the emeralds, the sapphires. Those are mainstays through the years that you can give someone a ring. A lot of times wedding rings now are not necessarily just diamonds. A lot of people are going into pink diamonds, green diamonds.
They are.
It's changed a lot through the years, which is a good thing. I think a lot of the ladies want something different, not like everybody else has, and we try to specialize in that.
Yeah.
Well, Teddy, this is Tom Schmitz here. I got a hint, if you want to call it that, thrown at me about 2 weeks ago. My girlfriend Jennifer was going to a event at Golden Ocala where she works, and she said, I was going to wear my French horn brooch, but it's missing a few stones and everything. It's surely looking like it aged. I wonder if there's a place you could get brooches that, I could get a brooch or something. And I think that was a hint. Are brooches something you sell there?
Of course, yeah. She's probably telling you need to come down here and look at a diamond pin for her.
I'm pretty sure that was the hint she dropped.
Yeah.
That's a good hint. A lot of women wear jackets during the winter, and they like a cameo pin or a little diamond dragonfly pin, and something that makes a little pearl pin, something that makes a simple but nice statement. You ought to come on down.
Now, Teddy, here's the deal. It works both ways here. Guys want presents, too. Well, I just wrapped up a Rolex
for a guy that's going to get one for. Yep, he's going to turn 60. He's going to turn 60 on New Year's Eve, and his wife just bought him a Rolex watch.
I hope he's not listening. He might be listening.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know who he is because he doesn't live here.
Okay. I was about to say every man in Ocala with a December 31st birthday is going to be.
Yeah, there you go.
Listen, I wish more of the gals would come in and get you guys a Rolex watch. It's one in a chance in a lifetime to give someone you love a Rolex watch.
Maybe someday maybe my next wife will be able to buy me one. I'm just kidding.
You may be out of the house when you get home for that statement, pal.
Hey, Teddy, once again, it's a great holiday season. Great to be downtown. We'll be with you next Thursday over at Mark's, celebrating all the downtown stuff. It's a beautiful place to be. I mean, Ocala downtown Christmas time, I think it's just about as good as it gets, and look forward to coming down. And you have any coffee back there at Goss's I could come have?
We've got coffee, Buddy, and we can get you anything. We can get you some bourbon or some wine. We give our customers a little treat when they come in.
Are you open this afternoon?
we're open till 6 o'clock. Our hours, by the way, have been extended every day till 6, and we'll be opening on Sunday from about 11 till 4. So you guys come on down. We'll make you feel at home.
All right. Tell Jerry hello, and don't forget, you tell your people in your class of 57. Doesn't have to be anybody. You can get a brick over that auditorium for, I don't know, what's not that expensive. And get them.
Okay.
That's a special place. We talk about the auditorium for our group, our age group. It was a great place for us, of memories, of places to go when we were kids and dance and had a great time. So a great way to contribute to the new headquarters for the Ocala Symphony Orchestra and get a little piece of memorabilia there. You can get 3 lines, 20 carats. I don't know how much it is, but I'm going to look into it. So maybe we should do that too.
Okay.
Teddy,
buddy.
Nice to have you on. Talk to you next week.
All righty. See ya.
Merry Christmas. All right. It's a hard him. It's all hard.
I cut her off.
Quick on the trigger.
Yeah, well, you know.
I don't. So far, only 4 waves. So we're
no. We had 7 waves. Now the little lady just waved at us.
Not documented.
Oh yeah, they were all documented by me.
Not documented. We have to get the camera rolling. So there's your other. See, there's one more
9,
wave.
10.
Yeah. Merry Christmas out there, everybody. Merry Christmas to you, Star. How are you? Okay. Let's see here. Oh, what was it? Where was it? Oh, yeah. By the way, Jake Perkins at 4 o'clock.
No Jake break. First time I was introduced to no Jake break, a 4-year-old introduced me.
My grandson.
Said, Tom, this is a race car driver. His name's No Break Jake.
That's 3 years ago, by the way.
That was 3 years ago.
Yeah, so Alexander's 7. And, you know, what's great about Christmas is you get to be with some of your grandchildren. I'm going to be able to be with all of them, but that's what makes it, getting kids to. But today they get so many things. And I guess we're guilty too, because I remember the time that we opened so many presents for our children. Our children did. They got tired and had to take a break. So our generation started.
Wait, hold on, buddy.
Yeah.
You and Joni one time gave the kids so many presents.
Not just me and Joni, but my sister and brother-in-law and niece and nephew.
Gave the children so many presents they had to take a break from opening presents.
They just couldn't do it. And stop.
You need to toughen those kids up, because I don't think there's enough presents when I was a kid where I'd had to stop.
Well, when you were a kid, you know, you lived in a cabin and walked on a dirt floor, and, you know, you walked to school. And
5 miles uphill both ways with a
backwards in the snow.
With a warm potato in my hand to keep my hands warm, and that's what I ate for lunch.
Exactly. I'm not saying what I got. When I was a kid, I didn't get very many presents. But that's just the way it was.
You know, you brought up 1957. Now, do you remember this? I want to know if you remember this. You were a senior in high school. Or you were a junior in high school. You may have been in the 10th grade. I don't know when you were. Elvis Presley purchases a mansion in Memphis, Tennessee called Graceland, as his movie Jailhouse Rock was the #1 feature film.
Well, certainly I remember Jailhouse Rock.
Right.
We all rocked out to it.
I didn't realize how cheap things were. Like a house, and I guess it was all relative because you weren't making much money then either. A house, buy a brand new house in 1957, $12,220. That wouldn't even buy you a cheap car now.
You can buy a car then for about $3,000.
They said that a car cost where is it? A car cost $1,890 average.
Probably the VW.
A gallon of gas.
40 cents.
24 cents in 1957.
I might challenge that. But I know it was 30, in the 30s someplace.
Said wages, the average wages was $4,550 a year. Yep. And eggs per dozen were 28 cents a piece.
Yep.
Record player was $80.
People make fun of me when I say, my wife makes fun of me by saying, well, I said when I was a kid, when I was 22 or 23, if I could just make $10,000 a year. And that's because the average wage was about $5,000.
Right. If you made $10,000, you were living high on the hog. You were in high cotton, weren't you?
I'm going to say probably the average wage is going to be $35, maybe right today. I don't know. Just taking a guess.
And Sputnik was launched in 1957.
Sputnik started the whole Cold War.
Yeah.
And that's the reason we went to the moon, and why John Kennedy said in 1960 we're going to the moon. Sputnik was the reason. So, yep, I'll remember all that. All right, Tom, it's time to take a break. Come back. We'll wrap it up with our little nuggets on, we'll do tweets and quotes.
Okay.
Next, right here on the Voice of Ocala on the beautiful day in downtown Ocala and Ocala here in Baddock Mall.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local on The Source.
When you were a kid, you had all sorts of toys. Toy cars, boats, trucks, entire toy boxes full of fun. Of course, you never really outgrow your toys, do you? It's just that now, instead of a box full, you have a garage full. Cars, trucks, boats, motorcycles, ATVs, and more. As you get older, your love of toys just gets stronger. So protect those toys the best way possible by switching to Allstate. An Allstate agent can help do the switching, paperwork, bundle all your policies together, and even find you a bunch of discounts. So if you love your toys, make sure you protect your toys by making one call to an Allstate agent.
Protect all your toys with Allstate and the McDonald Agency. Established in 1985, we have offices in Ocala and the Villages to better serve you. Give us a call at 622-2333. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Are you in good hands?
Hello, young lady. May I help you?
I hope so, Mr. Goss. My mommy says if Daddy buys one more Christmas present that she has to plug in, she's gonna scream.
That sounds serious.
Mr. Goss, my mommy says I should tell Daddy she wants something from Goss & Son Jewelers that will last for a lifetime. But I don't know what that is. Can you help me?
I sure can. Your mommy wants a diamond. You tell your daddy we have thousands of diamonds, all sizes and all prices, that will make this Christmas the best Christmas your mommy ever had.
Mr. Goss, when you wrap Mommy's present, could you put some prestige in? Mommy says it doesn't cost any more.
I'll see to it personally. We've been offering prestige for a long time.
Mr. Goss, you don't look old.
Honey, you can call me Jerry.
Thanks, Mr. Goss.
This Christmas, the best things come in small packages. The best small packages come from Goss & Son Jewelers, downtown on the Ocala Square.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
Your home is safe, or is it? AA Lock, Dock, and Security. The name has been a staple in Ocala since 1985. Do you have the right equipment in place to have peace of mind when you are at home or away? AA Lock, Dock, and Security has the right people to install and monitor your home or business. Call today for a free on-site security analysis. Call 867-1965. AA Lock, Dock, and Security, 219 Northwest 10th Street, 867-1965. Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
Dad's service to our country is something we're all proud of. He made a difference and set a great example. Now it's our turn to honor the sacrifices he made for our family and his country. As Veterans Funeral Specialist, Hires Baxley Funeral Services helped us celebrate Dad's life, and they can help you too. Hires Baxley is here for you during your time of need or when planning for the future. For more information, call 352-342-9628 or visit hires-baxley.com/visit.
Southern Pigskin tonight, 5 o'clock. And
about an hour away.
Yeah, and booking Urban Meyer on the show next week. Talked to him briefly today. Get his take on that. I just had to tell him, hey, great coaching job. He did a great coaching job. And as you hear Gene Wojciechowski talking about on the show tonight, that, you give him some time with the quarterbacks and he'll develop them. Here's the interesting story, I think, for the holiday season again before we go to tweets and quotes. Apparently, this woman, 87-year-old woman, went across Utah to see her son. 4 Utah Highway Patrol troopers ferried her across Utah, each driving her part of the way to an Ogden hospital where his son was being treated for an unnamed condition. The woman from Nevada was pulled over for driving too closely to Trooper Jeff Jones' patrol car at 7 p.m. Friday. And Smith says he was very nice and said he wanted to just doing his job, but he let her go without a warning. But Smith drove, as she drove away, she accidentally put her car in reverse, hit his patrol car.
Oh, no.
So she told him where she was going and how to deal with the dent. So he figured that the trooper said it's not safe for her to drive, so he arranged for her car to be moved to a secure place. And he drove her to Joab, J-U-A-B County, where Trooper Jared Jensen picked her up, escorted her to Utah County. There they met with Trooper Chris Bishop. He drove the woman to Salt Lake City, and then Andrew Pollard completed the approximate 180-mile journey to Ogden Regional Medical Center for her. They arrived at 10:30. She was very excited to tell me about her dogs, her cat, and her hometown, Pollard said. To hold her hand walking into the hospital was very, very rewarding.
Very good, very good. And at 87, they probably made it. She was followed too close and then rear-ended one of them. That's probably a good call.
Yeah, she said her son is not doing well, but she's glad she was in with him for the treatment. So, when you talk about cops, remember that kind of thing. It's, they do some great things sometimes they don't get credit for. So I don't know if we have time for tweets and quotes now. Yeah, we'll get it in real quick.
Yeah.
Tweet, yeah. This comes from the great Winston Churchill. You have enemies? Good. That means you stood up for something sometime in your life.
Exactly.
Your kind of quote there. Number 2, this comes from Chris Rock. Only married people understand you can be miserable and happy at the same time. And then finally, this is anonymous. Nothing is lost until your mom can't find it.
The big black crow flop with our wings singing go, go.
That's the truth. A lot of moms do.
If your mom can't find it, it is lost.
It's gone. Exactly right. So, all right, coming up next hour, No Break Jake Perkins.
He's in the building already.
He is?
I saw him come in the building.
We wouldn't know him because he's about a foot taller.
No, I recognize him.
Yeah, I know. It's just my way of saying that.
You would recognize him. You hadn't seen him probably in
saw him last week
years
in the parking lot. So, just trying to make a little conversation here, but no.
The music's up now, so it doesn't matter.
During this hour, so there you go. Stay tuned for another hour. Tom will ruin that one too, right here.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local on The Source.
Nestled in the heart of horse country, just off I-75 exit 354, the award-winning and newly refreshed Howard Johnson Inn of Ocala invites you to pamper yourself in one of our comfy guest rooms. Enjoy our free and fast Wi-Fi, heated outdoor swimming pool, 24-hour fitness center, and our deluxe continental breakfast. Other on-site amenities include a restaurant, putt-putt golf, and a car wash. Go happy, go Hojo at the Howard Johnson Inn of Ocala.
Proud sponsor of College of Central Florida basketball on WOCA The Source.
If you've been hearing about the crowd at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill and were worried because you couldn't get in, I've got some good news for you. Seating is now available. While you're there, look up Chef Dave Del Rio. He'll buy you a drink. Now is the time for you to finally see firsthand what your friends are talking about at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill. Try Chef Dave's tantalizing Louisiana menu. Check out those gorgeous Lake Weir sunsets. Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill on beautiful Lake Weir. Seating now available.
My name is Bo Briggs. I'm a sixth-generation Ocala, and I practice law with my father at the Briggs Law Firm. Over the years, we've seen many changes to Ocala and many changes in our profession. What has not changed is our commitment to our clients. You will speak with and get to know your attorney. That will never change. A lawyer will personally handle your case, not a paralegal. So if you've been injured in an accident and would appreciate personal attention, you can reach us at 671-4600 or learn more at thebriggslawfirm.com.
Right on the southwestern corner of the square sits one of the finest dining establishments in Florida, Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood Restaurant. Mark's offers big city dining amenities in a charming and small town setting. It's a rare treat to experience both the ambiance and the exquisite cuisine in a friendly atmosphere. Ocala's finest restaurant serves the finest beef, the freshest seafood, premium wines, and naturally fresh vegetables. From valet parking to splendid service, Mark's offers the complete package. Check it out today. Mark's Prime Seafood and Steakhouse Restaurant. Stay with us and sleep better at the Sleep Inn and Suites of Ocala Bellevue, located next door to Don Garlett's Museum and a few minutes from Florida Horse Park. Our award-winning, newly refreshed Sleep Inn and Suites offers comfy, clean rooms, free fast Wi-Fi, and service with a smile. Start your day with a deluxe hot breakfast and unwind in our heated outdoor pool. Our convenient 24-hour fitness and business centers allow you to stay on track whether you're here to play or to work. That's Sleep Inn and Suites, Ocala Bellevue.
Proud sponsor of College of Central Florida basketball.
Look who just walked in the room. Joel Wiesner from What's Up Ocala. Hey, Joel, I'm looking for something to do this weekend. You got any ideas?
Absolutely. Check out our event calendar online at www.whatsupocala.com, and there is plenty of events there for you. Daily news updates to event reviews and magazine articles.
Really?
We've organized it all in one place online for you to cut through all of the hassle of finding something to do this weekend. We have a daily event calendar, a bi-monthly magazine, and we also do daily news articles.
All right, Joel, that's perfect. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Whatsupocala.com.
On the next AM Ocala Live, Robin and I will be speaking to Jim George. He's the owner of American Cable Services.
News Bites, the hottest news and current events served bite-sized.
Jason F. Wright will be on with us. He's a New York Times best-selling author. His new book is called The James Miracle. You know him from the Christmas Jars and the Wednesday Letters.
Join Kelly Fuquay-Hart and her guests on Ocala Magazine Radio.
And then Catherine Miles is coming on, an award-winning science writer. Her book is called Superstorm, 9 Days Inside Hurricane Sandy. A portion of the proceeds are being donated to the survivors of the Sandy disaster.
Diane Nens is a practicing audiologist and an advocate of hearing health education. She'll be speaking about the topic, raising the level of awareness of hearing loss and the potential dangers of earbuds.
All of that plus fun with Joe on the next AM Ocala Live right here on the Source, WOCA 96.3 FM.
1370 AM.
If you're looking for the perfect gift for the woman in your life, then pay attention. Ocala Eye is offering a complete holiday special 60-minute facial for only $100. This special offer is the ideal holiday gift. The Ocala Eye Signature Facial promotes glowing, youthful skin and is designed to nourish and rebuild the aging process. This holiday special gift certificate also includes one cleanser or mask specifically designed to match her skin type. Ocala Eye Aesthetics offers an entire menu of organic skin treatments and procedures. So spoil her during the holidays with an Ocala Eye Signature Facial Gift Certificate for only $100. Offer good now through December 31st. To learn more about the science of maintaining healthy, radiant skin, call Ocala Eye today or go to ocalaeye.com. Trusted doctors and proven technology. Just another way Ocala Eye is looking out for you.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Jane Metzler. CIA Director John Brennan disputing claims in a Senate Intelligence Committee report.
Detainees who were subjected to enhanced interrogation techniques provided information that was useful and was used.
Committee Chair Dianne Feinstein says the report was based on the CIA's own documents. The government could run out of money at midnight. Congress racing to pass a $1 trillion spending bill.
It reflects conservative priorities. Keeps our spending in line.
Republican sponsor Hal Rogers trying to appease a GOP bloc frustrated the measure doesn't defund immigration policies, and leading Democrats aren't on board.
Fox Radio's Jared Halpern. A major storm leaving tens of thousands without power in Northern California. It's also causing flooding. Fox News, we report, you decide.
This holiday season, you are Gift Ninja. Because Napa has 5 quarts of Valvoline conventional oil and a Napa Silver filter for just $21.99. First, mail in the rebate to get an extra $7 off. Then wrap those babies individually. Boom, 6 gifts in one, just $21.99. Gift Ninja strikes again. Conquer the job with Napa Know-How. General states pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer expires 12/31/14.
Prostate problems are no laughing matter. The older you get, the more likely you'll have prostate problems, which can affect sleep and intimacy. The prostate formula from Real Health Labs has been helping men support normal prostate function and free urinary flow for years. Go to prostateformula.com. That's prostateformula.com to receive a special offer. Look for the blue and white box at supercenters, drugstores, and leading retailers everywhere. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Yes, it's time again for Buddy Martin. Call him up and tell him what you're thinking. But be kind because he's doing the best he can.
I'm just sick of all the amateur stuff, you know? I mean, like, if I'm paying top dollar, I want a little production value, you know? Like some editing, transition, something, some music.
Don't worry, we didn't leave you.
You think he's gone? He's not gone. That's the whole point. He's never gone.
Our bosses say we gotta stay.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
It's time for the second hour of The Voice of Ocala.
Hoo-ah! You ever come across anything like time travel?
Come on, stick around. It's free.
If you win, you win. If you lose, you still win.
Welcome back to the program. Thanks to Susan Martin. Man, she heard me say I wanted coffee, and here it is.
You know,
wonderful, man.
You got groupies, is what I'm saying.
That's a good. Oh, I'm okay with that. I'm okay to have friends too.
I don't have any groupies.
The guy's got group. No, you ain't getting any either. The guy who's got groupies is sitting to my left right here. He's got plenty of them. And he's so glad to see this young man because I kind of feel like he's family because I've watched him grow up the last 3.5 years and actually almost 4 years now. And I'm proud to say that his parents are my friends and that I'm going to embarrass you one time, and I won't say this again, all right? If we could have more people grow up like Jake Perkins, this community and this county and this nation would be a better place. I'm just proud of what you've done and what you've become. The racing is great and all that. I'm prouder of the person that you've become. And I know that you have a big heart and you have a heart for your community and your family. And I just hope you never change, Jake.
Well, that means the world to me, and I really appreciate it. And I remember coming on this show with you guys about 4 years ago for the first time, and to grow over the past 4 years and have shared the experiences with you guys that I have been able to, and to have had the opportunity to be with you guys. It's meant a lot, and I look forward to more years to come.
I got a lot of important questions to ask you, okay?
And hopefully I have good answers.
Here's the first one. Do you have a girlfriend?
I do not.
That's what people want to know. They're watching the camera out there. Does this handsome young man have a girlfriend?
The race cars are the girlfriends.
That is so true.
I spend so much time with those cars learning about them. That's all I need.
You know, it's true, isn't it? I mean, we joke about it, but it really is.
It is. They are a commitment, and they require a lot of time and a lot of attention, just as an actual girlfriend would. And I take her out on dates to the racetrack, and she treats me well, and I like to get pictures taken with her in Victory Lane.
Well, I tell you, I can understand that because you have been committed to that for a long time. You know, during this next few minutes, we'll get you to take us through because there's people listening to the show who maybe don't know your background and don't know what you've done. I know you got a new program called Safe Racing, which I want to talk about, which I think is so cool. I think it's called Safe Racing.
Safe Racer Project.
Safe Racer Project, yeah. And I want to get that. And I want to get you catch us up with you because you go to Bellevue still. I don't know what the advanced program's called there, but I know it's like EMIT and one of those. What is it called?
The ACE program.
The ACE program.
Out of Cambridge.
Okay, out of Cambridge. Okay, and you're doing that. Are you taking any college courses now?
We are. The ACE program is college level courses that Cambridge sends over for Bellevue High School to teach.
Okay, and. Well, we'll get into your academics later, but I mean, is there one particular area that you find you really like?
I've enjoyed my physics courses I've taken there, mathematics. That's what I want to pursue in life. The racing, the hands-on, the mechanics, I love that. So the physics and the mathematics courses have been challenging and intriguing.
Now, your dad's a dentist, obviously, and a good one, and I know at least one person in this room is glad that he is. I won't say any more about that. But secondly, I will say that now, did he go to Georgia Tech?
He actually went to the University of Florida.
Oh, he went to Florida. Okay,
right.
But he got his dental there too.
Correct.
Okay,
correct.
Because and Carter's been here for a long time, and of course his mom lives here and as well, and the Golden Ocala community. So you go a few generations back.
Just a few.
And you and your dad are buddies, and you travel a lot together. What's that like being with your dad all the time? I mean, my son Brendan, I know he would get tired of it.
Well, it's been a great opportunity, father-son, to share the experiences that we've had. We've been pretty close growing up, and I've had we've been real close-knit. He's been hard on me. He's pushed me and tried to get me to be a good kid, and he raised me well and tried to get me to do well in school. And of course, when I was 8 or 9 years old and got into racing go-karts, that was a great father-son bond that we were able to share, going to the racetracks every weekend and do that together. And as we started to go the racing ladder and race at a national level, and we won a national championship together, and my dad and I will cherish that obviously for the rest of our lives.
What year was that?
That was 2007. And that year we won 4 state championships and 2 national championships in the World Karting Association, and went on to race Bandoleros, Legends cars, and now the super late models. And it's a unique experience I've been able to share with my dad, not only my dad, but the rest of my family, and to have the support from them and to be able to share the traveling and the time and the commitment with my whole family has been real special, and it's something I'll never take for granted.
Now, you have to have a little space. I know Brendan was 21 when he was my producer at the other station. And, it's a little tough. You get emotions get going high, sometimes, and dads don't know quite when to back off sometimes, and sometimes you wonder if you're saying too much or not enough. You and your dad Carter seem to have worked, at least I think, worked that out, or maybe I don't see the other things that happen, but I mean, you lose patience with each other for sure. When you're down there and you're racing and he's there and you got all these things going on, I mean, it takes a special relationship to be able to survive those humps, doesn't it?
It does. And, now working with Safe Racer Project together with my dad and the racing crew with my dad, and he's starting to put more and more on my plate as I get older and recently turned 18, and we're starting to work real well together. And of course, we'll have disagreements sometimes, father-son, that's natural, Yeah. But we're able to work them out so well, and we're able to communicate so well with each other, and we're able to learn from each other. Obviously, I learn a lot from my dad, and I like to think I teach him a thing or two every once in a while, but we're able to bounce off each other, work well, and about everything we do, we're able to be successful with.
Jake Perkins is a local race car driver and student at Bellevue, and one of our favorites here on the program. Been with us for a long time on the show various times. Let me get to your racing goals. You always obviously wanted to win the big one one day. You wanted to go to Daytona, win Daytona, whatever. And you had your dreams when you were racing those little go-karts, obviously. And now you've achieved some of those things. Has it gone faster? Has it happened faster than you thought it might, or is it further away than you thought?
The time has flown by quickly, and the progression has happened a lot faster than I could have imagined and could have hoped, but it's still so far away. You can get so close and give yourself as many opportunities and as many doors as you can, but until you're actually there, the door is still closed, and it's still hard to get it open. But after winning the national championships and working our way up the ladder, it's certainly been an amazing experience. We got our feet wet in the Southern Super Series and NASCAR Wheel and All-American Series this year, and debuted it up in Pensacola, Florida, which is probably the most prestigious short track in America, and Mobile International Speedway, where we got our first top 10 in the Southern Super Series. That was really cool. We've been doing real well, and we're looking to potentially get into a K&N series or an ARCA series or something along those lines, but for the time being, we just have to keep pushing and working really hard and trying to make the most of every opportunity we get, so that maybe sometime down the road after college or before college, that opportunity may come and we can do that.
I mean, you were 14 and 15 and 16 racing against full-grown men out there. Now the sport has attracted a lot younger people. Obviously, we see youngsters coming up. Casey Kane has done very well, and other young guys coming up in NASCAR. Are you seeing other young people in racing as you go along?
I am. The trend is definitely getting younger. Obviously, your Kyle Larsons of the world. There's a lot of those people. He's 20 years old and lighting up the Cup circuit. You've got John Hunter Nemechek and other sons of former Cup drivers. Chase Elliott, of course, who just won the Nationwide Series championship at 19 years old or however old he is. It's definitely getting younger. But unlike it was before, you have to have the full package. In the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, when you had all these young drivers coming up, if you could get the job done behind the wheel, you could make some noise. But now you have to be marketable. You have to go to school and be educated and have some experience in the world so that you can work well with team owners and work well on the race cars. And so it requires a lot more now than what you may not have used to be able to have. So it's an interesting sport and an interesting interesting road to get there.
Well, I tell you what, see, if I was some guy who had some money and knew wanted to market somebody, I'd grab you in a heartbeat because you got the whole package. And you're respectful and you're committed and you have the right value system to go with it. And I've never seen you race personally. I want to do that someday, but I've seen some video of you racing and whatever. And explain No Break Jake.
No Break Jake. That nickname caught on about I think it was my second year of racing karts. It might have been about halfway through my first year. And I'd always been known for driving rather fearless and how I was having the pedal to the metal and never letting up. And I remember one afternoon at Fruitland Speedway and here in Florida where I grew up racing go-karts, I went off the track and off into this little grassy area where typically you're supposed to let up and just sort of ease your way back onto the racing circuit. And of course, because I was fearless, I didn't really take caution to the wind. I just kept going and pedal to the metal and get back onto the track. And I think one of my dad's friends who was there that day said, "Man, that's No Break Jake." And it just stuck ever since then.
Now, looking at that now, looking at it today, you were young and fearless, and you've obviously learned to respect what can happen out there. We've had some tragic things happen locally and in racing. And, of course, you've been around, you've seen things, and now whatever. Yet you have to keep that steel nerve to drive. How has all that impacted you? And are you still No Break Jake?
I am, on and off the track, I believe I'm still No Break Jake. Like you said, there's a lot of things that have happened recently and over the course of my 8 or 9 years, about 10 years now in racing, it's gone by so quickly.
But 10 years?
It's been 10 years since I drove a go-kart for the first time. And but over the course of those 10 years, I've seen a lot of things happen, a lot of tragedies, and most recently here in Ocala at Bubba Raceway Park in March. But, as soon as you start thinking about those kind of things on the racetrack is when you can get hurt, is whenever you stop being competitive. And you love racing, and it's what I've grown up loving so much, and it's in my blood, it's my passion, and you almost have to just block those possibilities out of your head to be competitive. And so it's tough, but off the track, No Break Jake, I still think it lives on. And now with the Safe Racer project, I don't want to put on the brakes with that either. I want to keep going and try and, if I'm not racing behind the wheel, I want to make an impact on the sport and try and prevent those kind of things from happening.
Jake Perkins, he'll be with us another segment, and we'll talk more about that, about the project and how you felt about the recent tragedy and why you got into this and how it works, et cetera. And then some more about your goals and dreams, and we'll catch up on all the latest news out around Bellevue High School, all the things happening there too. With Jake Perkins, we'll take a break and return after this timeout on the Voice of Ocala.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local on The Source. The College Football Playoff Committee has met, and they've decided. And Florida State is your third seed. They're playing in the Rose Bowl against number 2 Oregon, and we'll have it right here on WOCA January 1st, 5 o'clock kickoff. So join us for Florida State football as they take part in the first ever college football playoffs right here on WOCA, The Source. Seminole football is proudly brought to you by Culligan of North Florida.
It's a rim-rockin' weekend for CF Patriot basketball. Hey, it's Tom James. Join me live on WOCA. 3 straight nights of CF basketball, sponsored by the McDonald Allstate Agency. Friday, the Patriots take on Palm Beach State at 7:30. Indian River State, Saturday at 8. And a showdown with Northwest Florida State, Sunday at 6. Here, CF Patriot basketball, sponsored by the McDonald Allstate Agency this weekend. 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Guy Harvey Checking is now exclusively available at Gateway Bank. With Guy Harvey Checking, you will receive Gateway's premium checking account, plus several other Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation features, including membership to the Guy Harvey Hammerhead Nation, free Guy Harvey t-shirt, and an exclusive Guy Harvey debit card. At Gateway Bank, we will make a $50 donation to the Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation for every new account opened. This is just one more reason why people choose Gateway Bank. Sign up today for your exclusive Guy Harvey checking account with Gateway. Details available at gatewaybankcfl.com, member FDIC.
Here in Florida, when you're looking to go to the beach, you've got hundreds of options. Theme parks, no shortage of options there either. But when it comes to home insurance, most companies have only one option. Allstate is different. Here in Florida, Allstate agents offer home insurance options from several companies, so they can help you get the coverage that's right for you. And they'll help you save on quality car insurance, too. For starters, safe drivers save 45% with Allstate. So before you settle for just one option, talk to someone with many home and car insurance options. Your local Allstate agent. Are you in good hands?
Hi, this is Kevin McDonald, your local Allstate agent. To get your quote, please call us at 622-2333 or stop by one of our 2 Ocala locations.
Allstate has no financial responsibility to you for any home insurance policy you purchase and would not be responsible for any claims. Allstate does not make any representations or accept liability related to operations of home insurance companies, including but not limited to their financial conditions. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary.
Yes, it's that time of year again. Christmas Days at WOCA, and we are in the spirit of giving. What you need to do to win is call us when we ask you to, and we'll put your name in the drawing. Remember, you can only put your name in once. You may win a certificate from Pack Mail, or one from Ocala Utilities, or one from Downtown Jewelry and Pawn of Bellevue, or Dance Alive, or... So listen to put your name in, and listen to win on WOCA, The Source.
Experience Christmas at Gaylord Palms, November 15th through January 4th with Ice, featuring the Nutcracker. Relive your favorite scenes from the classic ballet, hand-carved in more than 2 million pounds of ice sculptures and slides. Enjoy a special bonus area, the Frostbite Factory, and watch artisans from Harbin, China carve amazing ice sculptures before your eyes. Your awe-inspiring experience concludes with the wonder of the Nativity in Ice. For tickets and packages, visit christmas@gaylordpalms.com.
On the next AM Ocala Live, Robin and I will be speaking to Jim George. He's the owner of American Cable Services.
News Bites, the hottest news and current events served bite-sized.
Jason F. Wright will be on with us. He's a New York Times best-selling author. His new book is called The James Miracle. You know him from the Christmas Jars and the Wednesday Letters.
Join Kelly Fuquay-Hart and her guests on Ocala Magazine Radio.
And then Catherine Miles is coming on, an award-winning science writer. Her book is called Superstorm, 9 Days Inside Hurricane Sandy. A portion of the proceeds are being donated to the survivors of the Sandy disaster.
Diane Nens is a practicing audiologist and an advocate of hearing health education. She'll be speaking about the topic, raising the level of awareness of hearing loss and the potential dangers of earbuds.
All of that plus fun with Joe on the next AM Ocala Live, right here on The Source, WOCA 96.3 FM.
1370 AM.
Jake Perkins, No Break Jake. He's still No Break Jake. That's good to hear. And Jake is a senior at, coming up will be a senior at Bellevue High School in the, what's it called again, the program?
The Safe Racer Project.
No, the one at Bellevue.
Oh, the ACE program.
The ACE program. Safe Racer Program. Did the accident at the local raceway impact you, and was that why you did that?
It is. Growing up in racing, and we had seen a couple tragedies in years past, my dad and I had always talked about the possibility of starting a corporation that would hopefully prevent these things from happening. And I was actually at the racetrack in Ocala whenever the accident that took the life of a young 14-year-old girl away. We witnessed that accident, and it was, I guess, the straw that broke the camel's back. And my dad and I drove home that night, and obviously impacted us. You know, I'm a young person, and my dad was impacted by it just by the thought of having something like that happen, and thoughts and prayers go out to the family still. But it was just something that my dad and I always wanted to do. And going home that night, we thought, it's time something is done. And the Safe Racer Project is something that intends to help aid racetracks and aid the drivers in educating them about what they can do to be as safe as possible. And not by any fault of incoming families or new families to racing, but a lot of times they just don't have the resources to know what they can do to be as safe as possible. Maybe they don't know what a 5-point harness is, or know what a full containment seat is, or a Hans device, or a next gen, or something along those lines. So Safe Racer Project is something that will hopefully educate the community, educate the racing world, and prevent families from making mistakes that could have been avoided in regards to keeping the drivers safe on the racetrack.
Now how will you get the word out on this, and how will you get the way? Short of you getting in a plane or a car and driving someplace and stopping off at racing associations and radio stations and talking about it. I mean, spreading the word. How is this going to happen? How are you going to get this word out?
Well, there's a variety of ways, and we've been sitting down and coming up with our plan of action to how we're going to do it. Ultimately, we'll have tracks on board for Safe Racer Project. We'll have brochures, and we'll have our website up and running, saferacerproject.com. You can check
out. So
it
is going to be up soon.
It is going to be up soon, and you can also see us on Facebook at Safe Racer Project. And if you have any questions about what we're going to do or would like to get involved, email us at saferacerproject@yahoo. But there's a lot of things we have planned. And I don't want to make any promises we won't fulfill, but we're actually trying to lay all of that groundwork now. It's been slow and steady, and unfortunately a little slower than what we might have intended. But Safe Racer Project is making headway, and we're getting a lot of the legalities out of the way and getting this corporation started. And hopefully by 2015, we'll count on having Safe Racer Project up and going, and we'll have tracks on board and do a variety of things to, like you said, keep safety a household name in auto sports.
Great project. I wish you all the best of luck with it. Let's talk racing for a second. Crazy year in NASCAR.
Very crazy.
Oh, my word. And all the fights and stuff going on. And how did you think NASCAR came off this year at the end when they had all those – I know race fans, a lot of them will love it when they have fist fights with the drivers and stuff, and you like the heated competition. How do you view that for racing? And were you – all caught up in it? How did you feel about it?
Well, to a degree, I think it's good for the sport. You know, fights, that's actually what put NASCAR on the map. You look at the 1979 Daytona 500 with Allison and Yarborough, and that was the first
televised CBS.
Exactly right. That put NASCAR on the map when they went down and brawled and turned 3 and 4. But
who won that race? Nobody knows.
Richard Petty.
Well, I know you know, but the average person don't know, but they know who was fighting on the back straight away.
Exactly right. But, I think it's good for the sport to a certain degree. But then there comes a point in time where the whole NASCAR boys have at it mentality has to be reeled in a little bit. You know, seeing the full out brawls on pit road where you have the pit crews involved and the drivers involved, and you start putting each other's safety in jeopardy, I think that's where you begin to cross the line and you're flying down pit road and you take a chance on harming people. But I believe in letting the drivers situate it by themselves. I would understand, for example, with the Texas incident with Jeff Gordon and Brad Keselowski, I would have liked to have seen those two talk about it, and not seeing 25 guys on the ground and fighting each other. I don't think that's good. I don't think it's a good message or image for NASCAR to have. Whether or not it gains more fans, I don't know. I enjoy it. I thought the new format was outstanding, and whether or not it was fair based on statistics or having someone who's winless making it to the chase, I think it was exciting nonetheless and unarguably a chase to remember.
Let me ask you this, because everybody's put so much talk into Keselowski, and I've heard it because I'm a big NASCAR guy. I go to both races every year at Daytona, go down in the pits, and everybody's thought is Keselowski is the bad guy here. Keselowski reminds me, and I know that people are going to not like this when I say this, but Keselowski reminds me of a certain guy that drove a number 3 car when he was first coming into NASCAR. And you've heard stories about Dale Earnhardt, but when Dale Earnhardt first broke into NASCAR, driving the Wrangler car before he was the Intimidator, he drove exactly like Brad Keselowski's driving now.
Well, you're not wrong. And, Brad Keselowski has said on more than one occasion that he looks up to people like Dale Earnhardt, and he's tried to mirror those people and drive in the same manner. And there's a reason Dale Earnhardt won 7 Sprint Cup championships, and there's a reason Brad Keselowski has a championship to his name now also. My problem with Brad Keselowski, I believe he wants to have his cake and eat it too. I think he drives the way he does, but then is caught off guard whenever people react the way they do.
Yes.
Whenever people fight him, whenever people are chasing after him, whether it be Matt Kenseth or Jeff Gordon or any of those guys. If you're going to drive like Dale Earnhardt, you have to come to expect the repercussions of your actions.
And Dale Earnhardt always said, if you got a problem with the way, Dale Earnhardt's famous line, you got a problem with the way I drive, you know where my car hauler's at.
Exactly right. And I don't know if Brad Keselowski has that same mentality. I think he kind of
doesn't have that gravitas either. Dale Earnhardt can do that. Brad Keselowski can.
Yeah, but originally Dale Earnhardt couldn't do it. When Dale Earnhardt first broke into the sport in the mid-'70s, he couldn't do it. There was a lot of the old guys that wanted to
there were a lot of guys fighting part of that. Cale Yarborough and I'm not sure they fought.
Well, it was good old boys back then.
It was.
anyway, interesting take on to get your view on that and see, is that something you still aspire to, NASCAR?
It is. NASCAR is definitely a dream I still have, to be the next Trevor Bayne or to be the next Austin Dillon or Kyle Larson. And to win the Daytona 500 one day is obviously a racer's dream. You grow up thinking about being on a stage at Daytona International Speedway, hoisting that trophy. But to have had the opportunities to do everything I've been able to do thus far is something I'll never take for granted, and I'm very appreciative to have been able to do. To win a national championship with my dad in karting and to race in the NASCAR Wheel and All-American Series, that's something I'll never forget. And whether I go off to college and continue to be in the sport, or whether I go off to college and do well in engineering and I'm a crew chief one day, I'd like to always be in the sport. If I can be involved in NASCAR in any way, shape, or form, it's something I would love to be able to do. But ultimately, behind the wheel is my dream and where I'd like to end up.
Well, let's see. 18 now. I give you 4 years in college. You'll be 22 plus 23. 25 years old, you should be getting a checker flag at Daytona.
I would like that. That's a good roadmap.
Jake, it's always a pleasure to talk to you again and see you, and just so proud of who you are and who you become. And once again, give your email address on the Safe Racers program.
SafeRacerProject@yahoo.com. You can contact us if you have any questions or suggestions. We're definitely looking to make this a successful venture for us to make as big an impact on the sport as we can. And Safe Racer Project on Facebook also.
Very good. He's no break Jake still. Glad to hear that. Jake Perkins. Stay tuned. More coming your way. Angie Lewis next right here in the Voice of Ocala.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Being the Culligan Man is not easy because he works hard every day for you here in North Central Florida. Whether you need bottled water delivery for your office, a home water softener, or water infiltration system, the Culligan Man can help you. At Culligan, North Florida, we have dozens of softener and filtration options, along with a host of media tank sizes. Depending on the exact hardness and usage of your water, we determine the size of softener you're going to need. And if you're on city or well water in one of our local areas, the in-home water analysis is absolutely free. If your needs are for the home, call Ocala Water Conditioning, 352-291-5900. For home or business bottled water in Ocala, call Ocala Bottled Water, 352-291-5900. Culligan of North Florida, a proud sponsor of Florida State football, heard right here on WOCA, The Source.
Celebrate the season with a Rolex from Goss Jewelers, your official Rolex jeweler. We know that the holidays are a time for celebrating, a time to gather with family, friends, and loved ones, to share memories of the past, to enjoy this season's love and laughter, and to look ahead to the new year together. And the holidays are a time to remember with a very special gift. There's no better way to celebrate the season than by giving an elegant Rolex timepiece. Every Rolex is created with meticulous attention to detail, incredible skill, and Swiss craftsmanship. Each of its 220 parts must pass exacting Rolex standards before the timepiece receives its crown. So no matter which style you choose, you'll be giving a gift of lasting quality, beauty, and durability. This year, why not celebrate the season with a perfect gift from Goss Jewelers? Celebrate with a Rolex. Come see our selection of fine Rolex timepieces. Goss Jewelers in downtown, your official Rolex jeweler.
Fox News Radio, I'm Jane Metzler. CIA Director John Brennan disputing claims in a Senate Intelligence Committee report.
Detainees who were subjected to enhanced interrogation techniques provided information that was useful and was used.
Committee Chair Dianne Feinstein says the report was based on the CIA's own documents. The government could run out of money at midnight. Congress racing to pass a $1 trillion spending bill.
It reflects conservative priorities. Keeps our spending in line.
Republican sponsor Hal Rogers trying to appease a GOP bloc, frustrated the measure doesn't defund immigration policies, and leading Democrats aren't on board.
Fox Radio's Jared Halpern. A major storm leaving tens of thousands without power in Northern California. It's also causing flooding. Fox News, we report, you decide.
this holiday season, you are Gift Ninja. Because Napa has 5 quarts of Valvoline conventional oil and a Napa Silver filter for just $21.99. First, mail in the rebate to get an extra $7 off. Then wrap those babies individually. Boom, 6 gifts in one, just $21.99. Gift Ninja strikes again. Conquer the job with Napa know-how. General states pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer expires 12/31/14.
Prostate problems are no laughing matter. The older you get, the more likely you'll have prostate problems, which can affect sleep and intimacy. The Prostate Formula from Real Health Labs has been helping men support normal prostate function and free urinary flow for years. Go to prostateformula.com, that's prostateformula.com, to receive a special offer. Look for the blue and white box at supercenters, drugstores, and leading retailers everywhere.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This year, thanks to the efforts of the Bad Gift Givers Anonymous Association for the Givers of Bad Gifts, better known as the BGGA, the ratio of bad gift giving has been drastically reduced since our last commercial. But there is still much work to be done, and we need your help. Ties and sweaters just won't do this year. Join the thousands, nay, hundreds of thousands of smart people who said enough is enough and went to Ocala Aviation, where they purchased the gift above all other gifts, the present that soars above all other presents, the one that makes your friends jealous that they didn't think of it first. That's right, I'm talking about a discovery flight from Ocala Aviation. Whatever bad gift you were thinking of, stop. We're here to help. Let us convert that bad idea into a great one. For only $99, you can give the gift of flight, a discovery flight from Ocala Aviation. Call today. It's not too late. 861-7484. That's 861-7484.
Who would you feed if you had 50 chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A? WOCA and Chick-fil-A in the Paddock Mall have teamed up to reward one organization with 50 chicken sandwiches as a way of saying thanks for the great work that organization is doing in our community. And we need your help. See, there are so many great people doing great things that we need nominations. You can nominate your own organization or any organization you choose. Simply send an email to WOCA@WOCA.com. And in 350 words or less, tell us why the organization you are nominating should receive 50 free chicken sandwiches from WOCA and Chick-fil-A at the Paddock Mall. We'll review your nominations and then select one deserving organization each month. We'll announce the winner and even read the winning entry on the air. Make sure to include the contact name and phone number of the organization that you are nominating. And thanks from your friends at WOCA and Chick-fil-A in the Paddock Mall.
Back on the voice of Ocala, Angie Lewis, we should be hearing from her momentarily. We'll call her. But I tell you, of all the young people I met in this community.
Look, before I call Angie, if I don't have kids, but if I do have a kid,
yeah,
I aspire for it to be a kid as good as the one that Carter Perkins just has raised in Jake Perkins. That's a great kid.
Yeah, I was going to say, he hits the mark on about everything you want to see, and I don't like to overdo it and put pressure on Jake because Jake's still got to grow up. He's 18 years old, and just say so far, splendid job by his parents, and what a terrific young man. And it's great to have a conversation with an 18-year-old adult who really, this kid gets it. He's I don't like calling him a kid because he's a young man, and whatever he does, whether it's racing or not, he'll be very successful at it. He's got the whole package. He's smart. He's a nice-looking kid. He dresses great. He's polite. He's just got it all. If he ever does get the opportunity to go someplace and break through in racing or whatever it may be, he's going to be a big-time hit because he's just got it all. He's smart. I wouldn't be surprised, really, to see him decide to go to Harvard or Princeton one day, and who knows what he'd go from there. And going from there, and he'll still be involved in racing no matter what, because he said that's his first love. So anyway, I just went by the Salvation Army, the guy ringing the bell. I've got to get his name, by the way, out here, and said to him, I read a story about your compatriot up in Boston. They mentioned it earlier today, a nice story about a widow who came by and dropped a diamond ring and her engagement ring into the red kettle. Folks, if you're out there around, you see these people doing this, this is, if you want to give a couple bucks, it's a good thing to do. That's one organization that I think you never have to worry about, and that's the Salvation Army. They've been doing this for a long time for a lot of people, and it's a great thing that they do. And the people who volunteer to stand by that thing, you try ringing the bell all day. It ain't easy, and many of you have. So just saying, if you're out and about, if you're at the Paddock Mall or any place, and you see the folks, some out there in the red bell, go ahead and hit them up for it. I don't care if it's a quarter, $50, whatever it may be, but be generous, whatever you do. Expecting Angie Lewis here momentarily. Here's a story I was going to save for Dr. Buddy, but it's kind of interesting, and I thought just because you're so fascinated with relationships these days, always, about remarrying. Why is this true? And it is true, and I have a chart in front of me which proves it's true again. Why is it when people first marry, they tend to pick somebody pretty close to their age, then when they try to get married again, it's a wider gap. Now, every now and then you hear the story of people who were college sweethearts and married somebody else and then got divorced and came back and met up through Facebook again, and they're the same age and they hooked up. But mostly there's an age disparity. Particularly, it seems like among folks who are successful. I don't know why. And the story posts this the percentage on these facts that I'm going to present to you. In the Pew Research Center, which is really one of the best research centers out there, maybe the best, they found out that when people marry in different sex couples, talking about, the wives get younger and the husbands get older. And you might say they get richer. I'm just kidding. Doesn't include same-sex marriage, but it shows that men and women alike tend to stray further outside their own age bracket for remarriage, and just how it is. So women, now women, I wonder if women marry, well, I guess women, all women marry older men, but I wonder if I was a woman, I got divorced and I was 60 years old, I'd get me a younger model, I think. I think I'd go younger. Do we have Angie?
We are efforting to get Angie.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Well, I couldn't hear you. Your mic went no. So that's an interesting story that the Pew Research Center says 15% of men marry someone 6 or more years younger than them for their first marriage. But that's only true of 3% of women. For second marriages, men are much more likely to go younger. 38% of the men choose a significantly younger woman compared to 11% of women. Wonder why women don't. Women, meanwhile, get far more likely to seek out someone older when they decide to remarry. 27% of women go much older the second or third time around compared to 6% of men.
Angie Lewis has some pressing issues called selling some insurance.
Yeah, well, she said she would try to call between appointments. So if she does,
right.
She does.
I just spoke with one of her trusted employees, Jared, who you know real well.
Did you ask Gerald to come in and play some music?
I did, and we're going to do that at the first of the year. And Angie is in the middle of a appointment that is very important. So she says she apologizes for not getting with us, but
that's all right.
She
told me
wishes.
Said she might be tied up, and it is the end of the year. A lot of stuff going. It's good that she's busy.
Open enrollment for Obamacare, for Medicare, all kind of stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, according to Pew, 40% of the marriages today, one or both partners had been married before, but the desire to marry is also unequal across the board of genders. When Pew asked divorced and widowed people if they'd like to remarry, only 30% of men said no, compared to 54% of women. 54% of the women said, no, I don't want to get remarried.
Tom is in the 30%.
Mm-hmm. No, you're in the 30%. You're
in the 70% that doesn't want to get married. No. 30%, 70% said men said they wanted to get married again. Only 30% said they didn't want to get married.
70% of men said they wanted to get married.
Right. I'm in the 30%.
46% of women said they wanted to get married. 54 did not.
Yeah, I'm in the 30% of men.
Well, who would marry you anyway?
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah,
but, there's a lot to be said for that. There's a lot of truth in that. My first wife was 9 years younger than me. My second wife was 6 years younger than me. Mm-hmm. We tend to marry younger, and women tend to marry up in age.
What's interesting is that now over half people get divorced.
Right.
So, and then a lot of people don't get married at all. And the whole marriage institution of marriage has changed completely, as we know.
Divorce was like a scarlet letter almost when you were 19, 20 years old.
It's of course. And one of the things we said was, although there are many times when my wife, I'm sure, had second thoughts about this, so we got married. We get married, we're married. That's it. We're done. We're not going to. Now, sometimes that's probably not a good idea. But in our case, it did work out.
It's worked for you.
And, you have to ask my wife.
I'm not real sure if it's worked for Joni, but it's worked for you.
It's worked. And the thing about it is, here's what I want to say to people. If you're really honest about it, there are times in every marriage, I don't care what people tell you, when they have wanted to get divorced.
You've teetered on the edge of it.
If they don't, they're lying. Because there are times when you go through relationships, people change. We all change. And, 50 years is a long time. And you have a lot of thoughts. So there are things you have to dodge a lot of bullets as well. Make sure that, you get through the tough. If you can make it through 3 or 4 really tough times,
there's another wave.
Survive.
I'm telling you, I'm going to get to my wave count.
Tom, don't interrupt my story about marrying. Don't interrupt your wave. Right. There's 3 ladies. None of those girls were married, I can tell you that.
But they waved at me.
That's why I don't know. I'd say, yeah. The first thing I want to do is see you and run.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's just the marriage story. I thought that was kind of an interesting take on that, and the Pew Research folks. And
Pew Research people, they do some pretty good jobs sometimes.
I'd say to do beyond good, they do really good work. The Gallup poll and all that stuff, that's good, but these people are really get some data. And, it's so much about data now and everything we do. Almost every single thing is about data. And even you can't even talk baseball. Who is it, William James?
Sabermetrics. Bill James.
Bill James is a brilliant guy, obviously, but sabermetrics has kind of ruined my baseball. And by the way, I heard Colin Cowherd say this the other day, and I kind of agree. I can't watch regular season baseball very much, although last year I did watch quite a few, I'd say 20 Rays games regular season because they don't get very far in the postseason. But it's so much different. I so hate that Joe Madden left. And by the way, I didn't realize this until I saw it stat. He had a winning record for 5 years.
Right.
Which is amazing. Mm-hmm. And they did a heck of a job.
Right. But they were right at 500 for,
But you know what? He won't last in Chicago if he does that. No. I don't care how good a manager he might have been. Smart guy. I think he might be a better coach, a better manager of a team that's got lesser talent.
And he sabermetrics it up, by the way.
I've never understood this theory about baseball. Stats. Earl Weaver was ahead of his time. He used stats and data. He was sabermetric before they were born, the late manager for the Orioles. He knew every batter. He knew who they hit, who they couldn't hit.
You can't argue with sabermetrics. But on-base percentage is important.
Yeah, but here's my feeling. There's times it's just like we talked about the playoff selection committee, being able to know the team can't play without a hurt player. And Ohio State made them fools that deal. But the thing is, sometimes you got a hunch and a feeling about a guy, and you can't always say I'm going to go right on right or left on left. I hate that about baseball. Put the best hitter up there. And now look, if it's dramatic and you say he's 0 for 50 against left-handers, I get it. But if he's batting .240 against left-handers and .260 against right-handers, who cares?
But it doesn't matter what he's batting, buddy. It matters what he bats, how many walks he gets. You got to think, because he's got to get on base.
Yeah, well,
you can't score. The goal of baseball is to score runs, and you can't score a run if you don't get on base.
Don't give me that stat, Moneyball stat. I'm talking about before Moneyball existed.
No. Sabermetrics is for long runs. That's why it works in the regular season, but it's pitiful in the postseason, because postseason play isn't about the long run. It's about hunches.
How's it going for Oakland?
Right. They win in the regular season. But when it comes to hunch time, that's what I call the postseason. Hunches and feels. Yeah. That's the postseason, and it doesn't. Sabermetrics doesn't work.
How many times have we seen in the World Series? I'm going to break after this. How many times have we seen where some guy hitting .235 is the MVP?
Mark Lemke of the Atlanta Braves.
Happened all the time. How many times some obscure guy?
He was the MVP of the '95 World Series.
How did the metrics look on that, by the way?
During the regular season, I could make an argument for it all day.
I got your metrics already. All right, take a break, come back. We can't do fake or factor because nobody's here.
Well, I could play you, but you'd win.
I got the answers. I meant to do it while Jake was here. We'll see what it goes. We got a couple minutes.
Just ask me, see how smart I am.
Yeah, right. Southern Pixie tonight coming up at 5 o'clock. Don't miss that. It's a good show. We've got Terry Bradshaw, of course, as our co-host. We've got Terry Fry from the Denver Post.
We've had enough Terry Bradshaw. No, maybe not. But we got a lot of Terry Bradshaw earlier today.
Yeah, and we've got Derek Tyson from ESPN. So you want to take a lot of good football talk there. So we'll take a break, come out, wrap up this hour after this timeout on
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local on The Source.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And so is State Farm agent Angie Lewis, working hard to serve her community as a citizen and insurance agent. Angie wants to help you as you adjust your insurance needs to your life. From everything to helping educate your teen driver to protecting your family against everyday risk. She wants to change the way you perceive insurance by developing relationships with her clients, which is why Angie and her staff are proud to be a part of so many good causes in Ocala. In turn, she has chosen to single out those who step up as leaders. Each month on the Voice of Ocala, Angie spotlights a good neighbor, saluting those who give exceptional service or do random acts of kindness to others. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's National Magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz.
Hi, I'm State Farm agent Angie Lewis. Come see me and my team for all your insurance and financial needs in the beautiful downtown historic district, 416 East Fort King Street, or call 291-2444.
Hello, I'm Dawn Lovell, lead event designer and owner at Party Time Rentals. Have you ever wondered what it takes to make an event spectacular? Well, look no further. It's what we do every day, whether you're hosting an intimate dinner for 10 or a gala for thousands. At Party Time Rentals, we find just the right style and elegance to make your event a success. Our extensive inventory of the finest in chandeliers, tents, crystal, china, and specialty items is featured in our fabulous showroom. Stop by and say hello. It's a great way to get ideas for an event and experience for yourself how you can make your party time special.
Party Time Rentals, located on Southwest 10th Street, just off Route 200 in Ocala, and off Southwest 34th Street in Gainesville. For more information, call 352-629-8858. That's 352-629-8858. The party begins at Party Time.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Hi, Danny Warfel here. Get moving with Florida Credit Union's fast and easy loan approval process.
Let Florida Credit Union start up a new car loan for you today. No more waiting, hassles, or stop signs. You can even apply online. With a strong financial team behind you, you can enjoy great rates and fast approvals.
It's all about personalized service and a streamlined process.
Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life.
I'm Major George Patterson from the Salvation Army. Please stop by our family store at 120 Northwest 10th Street in Ocala, where on Wednesday you have a 50% off clothing and bric-a-brac. On Friday, 25% off furniture and large appliances. And on Saturday, stop by to our yard sale from 8:45 to 11. Donations can be made by calling 352-732-4469 and we'll pick it up. Funds from the store go toward the services that we provide in Marion County.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
You're listening to WOCA, Ocala.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala. Wrapping up hour 2. It's been a full couple hours, buddy. We had
number 16, by the way.
There you go. We had Teddy Goss on earlier today for Throwback Thursday. And, speaking of Throwback Thursday, let me tell you some things about happened on this day. Maybe you remember.
She mentioned, how many years ago?
Maybe you remember. Well, you were about 16 when this happened. 1844. Dr. Horace Wells became the first person to have a tooth extracted after receiving anesthetics for the procedure. Boy, that's good, because I wouldn't. Up until then, they were drinking whiskey and pulling teeth. I didn't want none of that. 1967. Now, this is one you'd remember. The NBC special Movin' with Nancy, starring Nancy Sinatra, aired.
Boots are made for walking.
Yeah. 1985. I remember this, and you remember this, buddy. The travesty was. I wonder what you thought of this as a sports columnist when this happened. 1985. The single Super Bowl Shuffle was released by the Chicago Bears.
Remember it well. It's pretty cool, by the way.
And one of your favorite singers, I bet, was born on this day. 1944, the vivacious Brenda Lee was born.
Love Brenda Lee. Used to go to the place called Papa John's, not the pizza place, in Atlanta when I worked at the Constitution, and go and put the jukebox on Brenda Lee. I'm sorry. And sit there and feel sorry for myself.
Sorry. My mother used to love that song.
My fiance was in Miami, Joni, and I was there by myself. Yeah, great song.
My mom used to love that show, but she play it all the time.
Yeah, that's it, huh? That's the best we got.
That's the four.
All right. Okay. Well, tomorrow on the program, we're gonna have an old friend of mine, Ed Johnson, who was for many, many years. People remember Ed Johnson. Not the colonel. This is the Ed
Not
Johnson.
Lieutenant Colonel Ed Johnson.
The pastor who was returned from Knoxville, returned from Tennessee, and now will be preaching down in Bradenton. And Ed Johnson will be catching us up on the show tomorrow at 3 o'clock, and we'll stay tuned for that. And next week, or possibly tomorrow, I'll hear back tonight, Urban Meyer joins the show.
Wow.
Agreed to come on the program with us. We'll talk to Urban about his football team. I want to thank our guests today. You mentioned Teddy Gauls. Appreciate it. Thanks to Susan Martin for bringing the coffee.
She brought you coffee.
And also, No Break Jake. Jake Perkins, terrific kid. I want to thank him. We didn't get Angie today. We'll get her next week. And it's going to be be sure to get out there and get my Christmas present this week.
Wrapping up the year pretty quick, buddy. Wrapping up the year pretty quick.
Present for me while you're out today.
No.
All right, on behalf of Tom the Grinch, my former broadcast partner, who will get me a Christmas present, I'm Buddy Martin. Have a great night, everybody.
Hi, this is Randy Briggs of the Briggs Law Firm. My son Bo and I practice exclusively in the representation of accident victims. And we've been asked many times why we would support and sponsor the program Ask the Cops with Sheriff Blair and Chief